Hi everyone, my name is Irina Lawrence Mathias, and this is episode 16 of Stories with the Shepherdess. All right, let's dive into it. It has been about a month or two since I filmed my last episode, and it feels as though so much has happened. So let's dive into farm talk. The last time I had checked in with everybody, we had just had our sweet Polly, the Leicester Longwool, born on the farm, and whoops, surprise, we have another lamb. Just say hello to Susie. She was born to Ginnie Lee, who is one of our larger Shetland ewes, and her daddy is Faulkner, so she's actually Polly's half sibling. She's half Shetland, half Leicester Longwool. We have had this happen once before, and both times are just the mama jumped the fence and didn't want to leave. So Ginnie Lee hopped the fence the other month, and we sized her up and said, she's one of our larger Shetlands. She should be able to deliver a half Leicester, half Shetland baby, and she did. The super fun thing is she was born about 10 days ago right before our Saturday spin-in at the shop, which was so fun because then there was like a new lamb prancing around and hanging with her mama for everybody to see. She's adorable, and she is growing incredibly well. As is big girl Polly. You wouldn't even recognize her from being just the sweet little girl on stilts, it felt like. And it's just such a joy to have some babies at the farm. And we love that we are still preserving rare breeds, but also creating a unique collection for a spinner's fleece. In addition to lambing, we are also shearing. We sheared at the beginning of June, so I have been working through fleeces. We will have some of these fleeces for sale on our website, and then we also are going to be sending some to the mill. Our next mill run is the end of November, so we'll have some new yarns for the 2026 season, which will be really exciting. Shearing, lambing, and what about lavender? Lavender season came and went. It was fast and furious. It felt like we did all of this prep for the U-pick season. We had an awesome U-pick season, and now we're just sort of staring at the beautiful scenery going, wow, it was a lot of work and it was well worth it. Every year it feels like we finally get a little bit of a handle on farming lavender. We're not just talking a couple plants here, folks. We have about 425 plants now, and it is a lot. We have had some pretty crazy weather, which has not made it easy. It actually really wrecked. I had posted a beautiful photo of our pollinator patch, is what we sort of call it. It's at the parking lot of the shop, and we had some pretty treacherous weather that came through and actually took out a lot of the plants that we had been working with. Unfortunately, the runoff water just tore stuff up out of the ground, which is really very sad. We're hoping for a more mild and less crazy fall, winter, and spring, so hopefully next summer we can still have a really awesome time and a beautiful display for customers. Our U-pick field, though, I don't want to jinx it, but it is thriving. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. We have been staying on top of everything. If you are a Patreon member, you'll know that our first year we didn't quite realize what it meant when we had it shaded with grasses, and so it took so many manual labor hours to get it ready for U-pick season, and every year we're getting a little bit smarter. We're doing things a little bit on different timing, and it has just been so fun getting to talk to people, see them, talk to people. Some people like to just wander by themselves. Other people like a guided tour talking about the different varieties and what they're good for. We do have 8 different lavender varieties, which makes it extra fun because you can mix and match your bouquet in bundles. We already have awesome plans for next year to take our lavender summertime experiences and sort of keep pushing it and growing it tenfold. I can't wait to talk more about that next season. So what's on my needles and my spindle? It is officially the end of Tour de Fleece. That was the last day on Sunday, and we had such an awesome time we did Saturday spin-ins every Saturday of the month for the duration of the Tour de Fleece competition. I talked about how I had started spinning my Shetland from our flock. Considering I only got to spin like once or twice a week, I got a lot done. So I am working on some natural white Shetland, and my cup is looking very lovely. I'm adding to it. I still have a good amount of fiber left. I'm really happy with this. I do have to say though, my other Turkish drop spindle, the arms were a little bit more even. There is a sheep cutout that is now getting hidden by fiber in here, which is beautiful, but I feel like my cup is not winding as structurally sound as my other Turkish drop spindle. I'm still going to keep going on it because it spins really nicely. It's just my cop winding is just a little bit different. It's not the end of the world because I'm going to just wind it. I think I'm going to use it as a single anyways when I'm done with it. So it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be plying anything. I am still working on this, and I don't know if I had said in the last Stories with a Shepherdess video cast, but I have like 6 natural shades of Shetland roving. This is the stuff that it wasn't quite 4 ounces, so I'm spinning it up for a project for myself. And so there's going to be a very beautiful natural rainbow progression on this yarn eventually. I may, come fall, swap over and start spinning some of it on my wheel just to speed things up, but I am really enjoying drop spindling. And you're probably like, why in the fall would you have more time to spin? And it is because my sweet little Ksenia, she is going to preschool in the fall. So I will have 2 mornings a week where I can get sort of administrative stuff and creative stuff done, which will be a very nice change. Also was working on The Finest Kind by Alicia Plummer, and I still am. I was going on it. And then I took a little break. I didn't want to say like I hit a little snafu, but I kind of did. So I set it down for a minute because I just have to think about it. But I'm incredibly far in. Okay, so this is the front. So as you can see, I've finished the whole body and I'm working on the sleeves. I've tried it on. It fits awesome. My goal is for this to be like my Rhinebeck sweater. I think it looks so amazing in the Manx Locked-in Wensleydale blend. This is our Seadale base and it is just so beautiful. The texture is awesome and I can't wait for it. So 2 things. One, I thought I would be smart and I would capitalize on time away. My mom took Ksenia to run some errands like a month or so ago, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna pick up and knit just to get my stitches on for the sleeve. And then I was working on this during a knit night that we were having, and I realized that like I picked up the wrong number of stitches on this sleeve. So I already had the other sleeve picked up though, so I did that. And I started working on it, and then I went on holiday at the beginning of July, and my pattern is slightly off. I don't know, I did the stitch wrong, so I'm gonna take it back. I think I have to go back like 4 rows, which is not bad, but like you can see, maybe it's not 4 rows, but like all of a sudden it just like lines up like it's regular ribbing instead of this sort of like modified stitch. But otherwise, I'm flying. Once again, impressive considering I get like 1 day every 2 weeks to knit. So I'm really enjoying that. And now that hopefully the weather is starting to cool down a little bit, I will feel more obliged to knit in the evenings. But that is still what is on my needles. I still have every plan to do a combo of the Yorkshire Medley and the Harmony in a slip over pattern by Petite Knit. That is still in my to-dos. We also have a very special pattern coming up with our friend Rachel Brockman. So even if I don't have the Finest Kind done, I am going to be knitting that as a test knit. It's also in Seadale, so it should be good, but I'm really excited about that. And hopefully the testing call should come pretty soon because we're going to probably do like an 8-week test and hopefully have it ready to release for Rhinebeck. So fingers crossed. Okay. So that was Farm Talk, what's on my needles / my spindle. And now we're just going to do some shop updates. So it is officially the end of July. and we are just really not enjoying the heat here. We are very grateful for the aircon system that we do have in place in the shop, but everybody that has been coming out for our gatherings have been awesome. We find some shade, we set up camp chairs, or we have seating here back in the picnic area, and we just hang out with some fans, laugh, people like bake stuff to bring, and it's just like, it's so awesome. We have gathered such an amazing community. This July has just been so fulfilling, and I love every second of it. Speaking of community, and also sort of like what's on my needles / spindle, one of our lovely friends and customers, Beate, was support spindling during the Tour de Fleece, which I had tried to support spindle once and I didn't quite get it, but I also think that maybe the person that was teaching me, something was not clicking, and that was also like 15 or 16 years ago, so it's been a minute. Beate was spinning this beautiful baby camel fiber, and I just thought, I need to get my support spindle out. So this is a Russian support spindle, and then I have this little ceramic bowl, and I think I have some Wensleydale combed top, and I just think that is what I want to do, is work on support spindling a little bit as well. Yeah, I don't know. And then I'm like in my head thinking, oh, wouldn't it be so fun to maybe see if I can like find some support spindles to bring into the shop if like we really get into it and start teaching classes about it. I don't know, but I just really felt inspired by watching her support spindle because it made it look like accessible and not scary. I don't know why I thought support spindling was like this really scary, intimidating thing, because she made it look super easy. Not easy, but like I could do it, you know. So thank you to our dear friend Beate for inspiring me to do that. So that is a shop update. I'm not saying we are getting support spindles. I'm just saying I might try to convince Jerry in the spring to maybe think about it as we expand our offerings and our class offerings. Like if I get comfortable enough to teach a class, we're going to need stuff here, right? So that is one fun thing. We also got in some more new yarn. Our friends at Kelbourne Woolens officially released their Keystone yarn at the beginning of the month, and people have been going crazy for it. Let's talk about why it's awesome. Say hello to Keystone. This is a beautiful, all made in America, 70% acrylic, 30% domestic wool blend that is machine washable from our friends down in Philly at Kelbourne Woolens. And you're probably saying, Irina, I don't understand. It's a 70-30 acrylic wool blend. Like, okay. The awesome part is Courtney and Kate are so invested in the concept of textile sustainability, just like we are, that they utilize 70% dead stock acrylic, which means that it's acrylic fiber that was just going to get thrown into the landfill because it was not used for production runs, and they were able to buy it up and turn it into yarn. So I'm not a big synthetic person. I wear a lot of like natural fibers. I like to only really use wool, and if I'm making something, it's like wool or like linen. But the dead stock concept, I love it. I love that anytime we're not throwing plastic into our landfills. So we do have all 29 shades that they have available. It is on our website and in store, and people are loving it. I'm going to be teaching a sweater class in the winter, and I think my sweater, I'm going to make a kiddo-sized like cardigan for Ksenia out of this. There's some really awesome pink shades, and Senia is a very big pink girl. So yeah, but we are absolutely loving it. We love what they're doing, and we are so excited to see how this continues to perform. People have been really enjoying it. It is 190 yards to a 100-gram skein, and it is machine wash, lay flat to dry. Everyone always thinks that because it is acrylic, you can throw it in the washing machine because it is washable, or you can throw it in the dryer because it's like washable. You never want to throw anything into the dryer, especially something that's acrylic based, because it's plastic and it melts. So at too high of a heat, you can maybe tumble dry it for a couple minutes and then just lay it flat. If you're making something like a sweater, you generally don't want to like dry that anyways. I've been really loving Keystone. That is a lovely addition to our lineup. We also got in some restocks from the commercial kitchen that we work with. So we have restocks of everyone's favorite lavender sugar. I love to use this to make lavender whipped cream for Sen. Also, you can put it into your coffee, your tea. You can use it in baking. You can, if you know, like cocktails, mocktails, you can use it to like rim your glass. So that is lavender sugar, absolutely delish. And we did get a restock in of everyone's favorite lavender Earl Grey and the lavender rose tea. So we have both of those back in stock on our website now. Very exciting. Super excited for the lavender Earl Grey. It is a favorite of mine, and I just really like the taste, so I'm glad we got some back in stock because I was getting low on my stash from home. And then finally, just sort of a closing note, we are going to be teaching this Sunday. So this episode is like, I'm hoping to get this out. I'm filming on Tuesday, July 29th. The registration for this class, which is Sunday, August 3rd, it closes tomorrow, the 30th at 9 p.m. We are working again with Stevie Stork of the Cross Quarter Club. We have worked with her in various capacities. We taught at her summer gathering 2 seasons ago in 2023, and then also we just taught at her winter 2025 gathering this past February. But we are back teaching botanical bundle dyeing with a twist. This year we're going to be doing 2 objects, a silk scarf and a cotton kerchief, and we are also utilizing some new techniques than compared to like the traditional eco printing that we had done 2 years ago. We have a couple spaces still left in the workshop, so if you're local to the South Central Pennsylvania area, or even if you're from like Maryland, Baltimore area, I really highly recommend it. Stevie curates a wonderful sense of community. It's an awesome event, and Jerry and I are stoked to be teaching that. So I'll put the link to sign up in the description, but like TikTok time is going. So yeah, that is everything I have for Stories with a Shepherdess. We have a lot of other things sort of mulling in the background. The devastation that we've experienced from the flash flooding and the runoff issues over the last like 2 to 3 weeks has definitely put a little hold on a lot of the stuff that we had hoped to push out at the end of summer. Right now we are just working to try to get our like stormwater mitigation back up to snuff. But we do still have a bunch of plans for the fall. We've got Rachel's awesome pattern release, which we're super excited about. We have Rhinebeck, we have our winter box coming back up, and lots of other stuff. So there's still bunches of things, and we're very excited. All right, thanks so much, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll chat soon.